Welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm Kat Jovi, and today we're going to be talking about the Joker. So he's been a really hot topic this year, obviously, with the new movie. The movie was a lot more sort of grimy and realistic than a lot of the Jokers of comic books past. In other movies and comic books, he's very, very different. Usually he has a lot of gadgets, like a flower in his lapel that shoots acid, or razor-tip playing cards, or exploding cigars. Usually he has lots of tactical plans that involve really, really great timing, and of course the list goes on. But today we're going to look at something you don't usually associate the Joker with. We're going to talk about 10 times the Joker had superpowers. At number 10, we're going to start with immortality. He gets this when he becomes a dark judge. So there's a crossover between Judge Dredd comics and Die Laughing. Joker gets his hands on a dimension jumping belt, but something goes wrong with it, and he ends up in Mega City 1 instead. There are these undead villains called Dark Judges, and they are from an alternate dimension. These guys are so bad that they destroyed everyone in their reality and decided to move on to a new one to continue with their fun. There are a couple ones. There is Judge Death, Judge Fire, who yes, has fire powers and is a constantly burning skeletal judge. There's Judge Mortis, who has a skull for a head and kills via corruption. And then we also have Judge Fear, who has a special helmet which disguises his true face because it's so horrible that anyone who actually looks upon it gets scared to death. I kinda love that. Long story short, the good judges are there and they're preparing to get the evil judges far, far away where they can't hurt anyone ever again using these crystals. But the Joker ends up stealing them and then strikes a deal with the evil judges. In that deal, he will become immortal if he gets them new bodies. So that is when he becomes Judge Joker. However, he ends up not liking immortality as much as he thought he might, and in a showdown with Dredd blasts his host body into tons of pieces until Joker's spirit has to jump ship, and it ends up landing right back in Joker's original body, back in Arkham Asylum. At number 9, we have another superpower he acquired while he was a judge, and that is killing with laughter. This is such a perfect superpower for him, especially given, obviously, all of the laughing of the most recent movie, but all of his laughter over all comic books that he's ever been basically in. He can literally kill masses of people just by laughing, and you know he has that epic laugh. Well, this time it's making people's heads actually explode. At number 8, we have when he turned into a vampire and got all the powers that go along with that. So we have Vampire Joker. There was a trilogy where this was all happening, and it started with Batman and Dracula in Red Rain. And this is a Gotham that has vampires in it, Dracula, and all that good stuff. The leader of the other vampires, who are trying to sort of protect humans, ends up draining the blood of Batman to give him enough power to be able to go against Dracula. There's a big huge battle, Vampire Batman wins, hooray! But then in the next one, called Bloodstorm, enter Vampire Joker. So he's now the leader of the sort of followers that Dracula's had, and he's exploiting their inability to sort of think beyond their next meal now that their big ruler is gone. Catwoman is also there, and she's helping Batman hunt them down when she is killed trying to protect Batman. So then he's all grief-stricken and upset, and he gets all this rage, and then channels it towards Joker. He drains him of all his blood, also breaking his neck in a single blow. So yeah, maybe not the most powerful Joker, but really neat superpower. At number 7, we have poison immunity. In The Clown at Midnight, Batman issue 663, writer Grant Morrison explains why the Joker is immune not only to his toxins, but to poisons in general. He has again and again demonstrated this abnormal resistance to toxins that would usually be lethal, or at least mind-altering to normal people. He uses the toxins on others, but they never seem to affect him at all. Perhaps it's his physiology, or perhaps it's something like a bizarre form of immunotherapy that he's been sort of doing over the years, slowly growing a tolerance. Not really sure, but I mean, he is insane, so it really could just be that. At number 6, we have fifth dimensional power. In the Emperor Joker story arc, Mr. Mxyzptlk attempts to see what someone from a regular realm would do with his fifth dimensional powers. He picks the Joker. He wanted to give him maybe 1% of his power, but the Joker tricks him and takes 99.9% of it instead. As you can imagine, an insane supervillain suddenly being able to alter reality, rewrite third dimensional laws isn't a good thing. In many ways though, I feel like he's the perfect character to get them, because he just really takes them for a good test drive. The first thing he does is recreate a hellish Earth in his own image. He also puts many people and adversaries in loops so that he can just kill them again day after day after day. As you can imagine, Batman ends up in a horrible loop. The poor little bat. Near the end, Superman realizes that Emperor Joker's weakness is Batman himself, who the omnipotent villain cannot really seem to erase from existence, which is what he's been trying to do. Once he realizes this is the case, Emperor Joker then loses control of his power and is reverted back to his usual form. In number 5, we have healing abilities. This is an alternate version of Joker, but it still counts, no? Let me know below if you disagree, of course. In The Dark Knight Strikes, we have Dick Grayson. After he's kicked to the curb by being an incompetent sidekick by Batman and also being abused by him basically for a very, very long time, he goes to Lex Luthor for that radical form of gene therapy program. But this is in combination with years of physical and mental abuse that drove him insane, thus this ends up turning into this mini-verse's version of the Joker. It also gives him the ability to heal. For example, Batman lobs off his head at one point, and this new Joker then catches it and reattaches it. Eat your heart out, Deadpool. At number 4, we have shapeshifting. We're gonna go back to that same Joker, the Dick Grayson one. So after he took up his role of the Joker, he then is able to use shapeshifter abilities and physically resemble the actual Joker. Can you imagine how confusing that would be to the supers? Like, didn't I just kill you? Eventually, the only way to kill him is to throw him into a lava pit, fully disintegrate every molecule of him, so sort of like T-2000 style, so I was super about that. Number 3 is pain resistance. The Joker has a wild amount of pain resistance to the extent that even Batman has trouble really hurting him. It's crazy to think about. Look at Batman's body, you know, all big and muscular, and then you look at Joker's. He's like all lean and thin. He doesn't really seem like he is a lot, you know, to him. Yet he can really take a beating. He's been through some other really gruesome stuff. For example, this one sticks out. This is so painful. So he cuts off his own face, pins it to a wall, and then later on reattaches it. The whole time just smiling with this decomposing skin. A, gross, B, my god, that must be so painful. Now this isn't exactly confirmed, but it's been suggested that Joker has this heightened resilience to pain due to his exposure to chemicals throughout his life, especially of course when he fell in that vat of Ace chemicals that transformed him originally, sort of bestowing him with the lack of ability to feel pain. So either he's just insane or it's a superpower. You be the judge. At number 2, we have toxic blood. It's been suggested that why the Joker is immune to poison is because his blood itself is poisonous. In Batman issue 663, Grant Morrison mentions a mosquito dying after sucking Joker's blood. It withers and whines, choking on tainted blood. So dramatic. Love it. Another example is in Batman Arkham Asylum, when Joker sends his blood to different hospitals trying to infect patients. Technically, he's infecting them with Titan disease, but the fact that he's still living through that suggests that he has poison immunity again. Look at that, it's coming full circle. And last, at number 1, we have durability. In Injustice: Gods Among Us, there was a pill that was created by the regime to enhance the strength and durability of Superman's non-superpowered troops. This pill is called 5U93R. Harley Quinn gets access to the pill and distributes it among their people, and of course, the Joker tries a sample too. It increases the bone and tissue strength and durability by something like several thousand%. This is talked about when the Joker tells his clan that if you use this pill, you could have a bus dropped on you and it won't even hurt. And really, Joker proves this when a full magazine from an assault rifle at point blank range is emptied onto him and he walks away unscathed. So pretty epic ability, I have to say. And there you have it. 10 times the Joker, or people pretending to be the Joker, had superpowers. Do you like this kind of Joker with his tricks, gadgets, occasional superpower? Or do you prefer this new Joker that's more realistic? Leave us a comment down below and let us know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell if you wanna never miss an episode. I'm Kat Jovi, and thanks so much for joining us on Top 10 Nerd. Oh wow, I need to not press enter quite as much. That was 1 enter. Maybe 2. I'll keep it 1, I'll keep it 1. Oh man, okay, I'm weighted out, okay. He gets this when he becomes Dark Judge. A Dark Judge. Up to number 8, here we go. At number 6, we have 5th dimensional power. I want like the screen to shake and everything when I say that. Mr. Mexapitzel. Oh, I can never say his name and you have to say it backwards in it to make him get out of there. It's a tricky one.